Thank you. And what an honor to be here. Just for kicks, I'm going to stand on this side of the stage, because we all know that podium isn't doing anything. We're all mic'd up. On behalf of Google, as an early supporter of Code for America, I just want to congratulate them on all their accomplishments pushing civic innovation forward. A big round of applause for just everyone involved with C of A. The incredible growth of open data and open government is amazing and a testament to the people in this room. But the focus on that one adjective has made it too easy for people in our community to think their responsibility begins and ends with being open, and that's holding us back. Open data is being published without meaningful incentives for reuse. It's sitting out there waiting for adoption that never happens. And even when people start to use it, a lot of the same work is being repeated to get it usable. And I'm saying all of this because I want all of us in this room to be part of change. So open data is not living up to its potential yet. But we can change the narrative. We can make it about the people we're trying to serve and the issues we're trying to solve. We can talk about interoperability and ecosystems. And most importantly, we can make sure the word open is always used in combination with structured, licensed, and updated. So I'm from Google. We believe in APIs and platforms and reuse and scalable systems. And I'm going to focus on a story about Google Maps. So Google Maps has a number of APIs that let developers embed the functionality of Google Maps in their own sites. Today, we have over 1 million active apps and websites weekly using Google Maps API. And we got there by being open, scalable, updated, and having appropriate licenses. But let's imagine a world where we didn't do that. And let me just pick on an amazing partner we have, Airbnb. So Airbnb embeds Google Maps in their site. What if we said to Airbnb, you're a global company, we have this awesome product, use our maps, but there's an API for Sweden, but for Germany, we're going to give you PDF files. And then for France, we have no license, so you probably don't want to use that data. And then for Spain, we'll give it to you once, but we're never going to update it. And then for Portugal, it's in this super cool exotic standard, and we hope you speak Portuguese. So how far would we have gotten with that approach? Probably not very far, and we wouldn't have gotten to that million number. So, poor Morocco. Their file was never even uploaded. So it's not a good state. OK, I just realized I have to super speed up, but these are the themes: structured, updated, licensed. Open data is really structured. The structure is important because that's the way we can look at common attributes, like an address, between data sets, between disparate data sets, and that's where the magic happens, when you can combine data sets. Licenses are important. Developers aren't lawyers. They don't know a lot about licenses. And if you want people to build scalable, real businesses on top of your data, you need to have correct licenses. So I'm just going to go super fast. I did not know how the time would fly by. There's lots of cool examples of people who are doing this well. CFA is one of them. The UK government is one of them. The frictionless data is one of them. So I want to tell two quick stories about Google's partnerships with local government and where really cool innovation is happening. The first one is about public transit on Google Maps. Anyone who uses Maps today probably thinks transit is a core feature. But for the first 2 years of the product, we had no routing information for transit. And we want to focus on the user and helping the user navigate the world, and transit was really important. These are all showing cool features that exist on transit today. How did we get there? In partnership with Portland TriMet, way back in 2005, we developed a standard called the General Transit File Specification, feed specification. I knew I was going to say it wrong if I didn't get to the slide fast enough. Who here today publishes their data in GTFS? Great. I'm seeing at least 40 hands. We have more than 700 cities adopting it. It is a general format where there's files that represent key transit things like stops, trips, routes, transit information with geographical information, and you publish it, and it's open. And the really amazing thing is your data can not just appear in Google Maps, but in a plethora of other apps like Hopstop, Bing, Stop Finder. Just lots of people can innovate on top of your data if you publish it in a common format. So that's for one really great story we want to build on. There's lots of Google people here if you want to talk to anyone about GTFS. And the second story is about Waze. Waze is a company. Woo! Who likes Waze? One of the world's biggest community-based navigation and mapping applications. Google bought them in June of 2006. They have a very big mission of saving 5 minutes for every driver every day. They do it by people who open the app. They're getting GPS traces and timestamps, and they're figuring out real-time incidents and helping you navigate the world. They have a super active community that helps them update their maps. And they have a new partnership with local government, and I'm going to let the Waze team tell you a little bit of the story themselves with a video talking about their partnership with Rio de Janeiro.
In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, traffic is a very important issue. We have almost 7 million people here. Let's take a look at how we use Waze up here. This place here is the crisis room, a place where we handle tough situations. The question is, when we enter the building, what is happening and where? We have here this important road, and people are complaining about heavy traffic. And then we see a picture. We don't only know that they are telling about it, but we can see that it's loaded. We can even make some alerts in our system that will help every operator here to investigate what is happening where. This is one of those reasons that our partnership is so valuable.
We have the channel, we have the data, and we need to shorten the distance between the citizens and the city hall.
Brazil is an incredibly important market for us because they have a ton of users. And the more users we have, the better the data is. That means that we can not just save each individual time, but look at the city as a whole. And this is where we think the next part of our evolution really lies.
So as you heard, we want to help shorten the distance between citizens and City Hall. And if you can hold tight for 1 week, you're going to hear a lot more about this program and how you might get involved for your city. And if you want to talk more with Google, talk more about data-driven decisions, we have a breakout session tomorrow at 11 a.m., and I hope to see you there. Thank you.